And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel guys. I hope you're all well. Do have some big news for you this evening. Actually a bit of a silver lining compared to the disappointment we had to endure yesterday with regards to going out to the Champions League. Of course, I'm going to be getting into that, in today's live stream. If you're watching this live, then do hit the old like button. In fact, if you're watching this on a replay as well, do hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Of course, guys, today the Champions League draw was made today. Of course, we went out the day before, so weren't in the Champions League. For those of you wondering which group we would have got, I mean, there was a few different variables. It might have not been the case, but it would have been Arsenal, Sevilla, I can't remember the other team. PSV, that's who they got. Arsenal, Sevilla, and RC Lens. So that's the group we would have got, but then it might not have been the case because due to getting blocked. But it is what it is. It is behind us, guys. There is a silver lining, though, ladies and gentlemen, as Rangers have been handed a giant boost. As we said, going into the Europa League, we did speak about the draw tomorrow and that we would be going into pot 2. However, guess what? Yes, Sparta Prague did us a job and beat Dynamo Zagreb and have knocked them out of the Europa League, meaning, guess what? We're in pot 1 of the Europa League tomorrow in the draw. So a bit of a silver lining for us, a bit of a boost. Of course, we miss out on teams like West Ham, Liverpool again. I would not want to get trounced by Liverpool again like last year. Brighton, again, a good side as well. Sporting Lisbon's of the world, Villarreal's, these sorts of teams. We avoid all those sort of big teams and we go up against the pot 2s, the pot 3s, and the pot 4. So we've got a good chance of us getting in. And remember, guys, the Europa League is very different to the Europa for this time around. You know, if you finish top of your group, then you guess what? You go into the last 16 straight away. So that's what we want to try and do. We want to try and aim to top our group. I know it probably feels like a long way away at the moment, but that is a bit of a silver lining for us. It is a bit of a boost for us as well that we can get ourselves into the Europa League. We're into the Europa League pot 1 tomorrow for the group stage draw. Guys, I will be live for the draw tomorrow, so very much looking forward to it. But some big news for us this evening. I do want to talk about prize money as well. A lot of people want to know about that as well, whilst also go through some of the teams that might make up the draw tomorrow. But as I said, let me just bring that up now. The prize money that we've got so far from our European journey is obviously not the best of what we would have got, considering. However, qualifying into the group stage of the Europa League, you get 3.6 million euros. We obviously got 5 million euros for making the playoff round. A match win in the group stage is 630,000 euros. A match drawn in the group stage is 210,000 euros. First in your group stage, where we want to try and get, is 1.1 million euros. Second is 550,000 euros. Knockout round playoffs, 500,000 euros, but we want to get to that round of 16 by finishing top of our group. That's 1.2 million euros, and then quarterfinal and all the rest of it. We've went there before. So, of course, we've been handed a giant boost in terms of the Europa League, and as I said, I really do hope that we get a decent group. I'm not here to look for glamour ties. We've had our glamour ties last year. We've had glamour ties before. We've had the big games. I just want the easiest possible route, honestly. I really couldn't give a rat's ass about glamour ties or battles of Britain or crap like that. Honestly, I just want to go in there, have the easiest possible group, finish top, get into the last 16 and deal with our situation. Pick the Europe back up in March or something when it regains again, and let other teams qualify for the rest of it. Miss the Champions League playoff rounds. We don't want those because you want to avoid those sort of Champions League teams. So yeah, going into pot 1 is a big boost for us. We should be looking to try and top our group now. Of course, we're going to look tomorrow to see who we get in the group. I will be live for that, ladies and gentlemen. So to try and confirm to you who we will miss out on, it's Liverpool, West Ham, I think Brighton as well. I don't know if Brighton are actually in pot 1. I'm not sure. I need to try and find out the pots. But it's not completely done. But joining from earlier on, the earlier kickoffs is Karabag, Aris, they joined. FC Sheriff Tiraspol, Sparta Prague also joined as well. Slavia Prague, both Prague teams in the Europa. And then currently ongoing right now, it looks like Aberdeen are getting bapped out as they're losing to Haken currently currently half an hour into that game. Lask and Zorinitsky Mostar are 0-0. Man, I don't care who some of these names are. Just get all the crap in. I want as much crap as we possibly can into the group stages. And as I said, I don't mind going to freaking Azerbaijan and all the rest of these places to play. Looks like Hearts are out of the Europa Conference League as well by the looks of things there, losing 4-0 to PAOK. Embarrassing. No, I'm joking. But yeah, I mean, look, we need to try and do our bit for Scottish football. But guys, let's have a little look in the old live chat. What do you think of Bill not signing a Kent replacement or central defender? What do you think? I'm slightly pissed off. I think I vented earlier. I'm a bit pissed off with regards to the way things are going. I do think our defence are shambles, honestly, and I think our forward players. I do think our wingers. We haven't got a winger. I don't want to stress too much about it. I want to be a bit more optimistic ahead of the new season. Well, the new European campaign, should I say, for the Europa League. As I said, a big draw tomorrow. Hopefully, we do make a move late in the window, but nothing in terms of links or anything. We're not linked to anybody. Which is slightly frustrating indeed. William says we made a blunder not signing Palmer, in my opinion. Well, we'll certainly find out very, very soon, won't we? A bit of a boost, mate. That's a massive boost. I know it's a huge boost. I think to go into it, guys, I think going into the Europa League pot 1, I just read out the prize money there, and getting into the last 16 where you miss out. We don't want to go into that round of playoffs, the knockout rounds. So if we finish second, you go into that stupid playoff round where you have to play against someone who's finished third in the Champions League. Remember what we did with Dortmund that time? I'd rather just scrap that altogether. Just go out, win our group, get the easiest possible group whatsoever. Just get straight into the round of 16 and get that 1.2 million euro prize money. That's what I want. And then we don't have to pick up European football. We don't have to navigate those playoff rounds. We can just concentrate on it. Round of 16, quarters, semis, 3 rounds, and to the final again in Dublin, yeah? It's a bit of a... Honestly, I'd rather come first or third. It sounds weird. I'd rather not finish second. It sounds a weird one. I know it sounds a bit defeatist, but I'd rather win the group, go to the last 16, or finish third in the group and go to the Conference League. It sounds a bit weird, but yeah. Does Sunday make a turning point for you? I mean, Sunday's certainly going to be a big test. I'm taking what everybody's saying with regards to the team. Of course, we are a new team. I know PSV are a better team, apparently. I don't think PSV are that good, but we'll certainly find out. I mean, they beat Arsenal last year in the Europa League, so we'll see what they're all about in the Champions League and see if they do anything better than we did. But again, Bill is going to be judged this Sunday. They're in disarray at the moment, winless in 2. They look toothless up front. I know they've just brought in Palmer as well, and we'll talk about them a bit later on this week. But yeah, to answer your question, I think if we lose that game, there could be a lot of Rangers fans turning on Bill, especially at home, especially the circumstances. I mean, I don't know. If you can't beat Celtic now, whilst they're not on their knees, that's a bit too far. But whilst they've took a blow to the stomach, if you like, we're never going to beat them, are we? We're never going to beat them if we can't beat them whilst we're in this position now. So we do need to beat them at home. They've got no fans. They're in absolute disarray at the moment. If we don't win, I'll be seriously pissed off. So hopefully we can get the job done. But the headlines tonight is that Rangers are in pot 1 of the Europa League group stages, which is huge news. Let's have a little look in here as well. Jamie says the group we would have got was Seville and Arsenal, so it would have been a shit show and we would have been put out of Europe anyway. I mean, RC Lars, I think we could have maybe got third if I'm being a bit optimistic. At least there's one game where you look at it and go, oh, we could have done something, but look, it is what it is. Bill will be out by Christmas, says, hey you, Jimmy. Nah, maybe. Who knows? I mean, if he wins the game, then I think that game is forgotten. Like the way I look to try and say to Rangers fans is, remember the year where we went to the Europa League final? What happened? We got absolutely embarrassed by Malmo in the Champions League. We all sat there and thought it was the end of the world. Yes, we bottled the league, if you like, but we went out and went to the Europa League final. We won the Scottish Cup. We had a good campaign in the end, even though we started pretty miserable in the Champions League. I mean, look, it is what it is. I think he will definitely be judged on his game against Celtic this Sunday, and then we'll find out who we get in the Europa League tomorrow. But I'm hoping for a piss easy group, really. I'm going to try and conjure up some teams that we could play. Let me try and find the Europa League pots as they are standing. 2 seconds. I just don't actually know. I wasn't that prepared because they're not finalised at the moment, are they? So I'll have a little look to see what we've got. Just give me a moment. Start time. There we go. So the Europa League pots are as follows. Let's have a look who we have. It says Dinamo Zagreb are out, so the famous Glasgow Rangers are in pot 1. So pot 1 are as follows: West Ham, Liverpool, Bayer Leverkusen, Roma, Villarreal, Atalanta and Rangers. And of course it looks like Ajax Amsterdam as well. So I'm missing out on Ajax as well, which is quite a big one. In terms of pot 2, it looks like that's going to be Reims, Marseille, Real Betis. I mean, pot 2 is actually pretty decent, to be fair. Pot 2, we could have a battle of Britain. Brighton. I wouldn't want to get Brighton, by the way. Wouldn't want to get Brighton. Fuck that. Freiburg, Mulder. You know, you get some of the shite that's basically in the Europa League. Let's not beat around the bush. There is a lot of crap in the Europa League as well, which is good, because I really want to finish first this year. Honestly, and if we're in pot 1, we should be trying our best to finish in the top spot. But the first Europa League game, match day 1 is 21st September, October 5th is 2nd, October 26th is match day 3, November 9th match day 4, match day 5 is November 30th, and then match day 6 is December 14th. So happy days. We will smash whoever gets put in front of us in the Europa. That much superior. The theme tune gets the boys hyped up. I hope so, mate. I hope so. I just feel a bit down a little bit at the moment with regards to everything, because it's not about going out the Champions League. I wouldn't have cared about going out the Champions League. It was just the manner of how we went out the Champions League. So it is what it is. It's behind us. At least we've got a bit of a silver lining, ladies and gentlemen. That's, of course, we're in the Europa League. Pot 1 tomorrow. The draw is around 12 o'clock or something around there. I'll certainly put out a live stream. We'll go live for it. We'll watch along and see who the famous Rangers get in the Europa League, as I say. But the breaking news tonight, guys, just to go over one last time, Rangers are now in pot 1 and are going to avoid some of the big boys. Those, of course, being Liverpool, Sporting Lisbon, West Ham United, Bayer Leverkusen, Roma, Villarreal and Atalanta, because those teams will probably give us a doing, actually. So I'm pretty happy about that. Let's just hope for the easiest group. Fingers crossed, guys. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll